and welcome to FCTV's Poetic License, December 2024. This is an open mic where we share live, original poetry, prose, and acoustic music. My name is Donna Shear, and I am your host. The suggested theme for tonight is peace and joy. That's right, peace and joy. Just to let you know, the gallery at FCTV is located within the Falmouth Community Media Center, which is at 310 E Dillingham Ave. You can easily access it via Rosemoran Drive. FCTV and the gallery hours are on fctv.org. You could get all the information. But the reason I'm talking about it is we currently have a pause clause and what have you call for submissions to the art show that's going to be hanging in the gallery for the month of January, perhaps longer. It invites artists of all ages, backgrounds, and skill level to submit their work exploring the theme pause, clause, and what have you. And so submissions end on December 31st. If you want the guidelines for the submissions, go to fctv.org. Let's see. And if you want to champion FCTV, one way you can do it is to donate. Another way is by becoming a member of the FCTV family. A single membership is still only $30 a year. It helps support this wonderful nonprofit organization. And your membership card, whether it's single membership or a family membership, will give you a 10% discount at a lot of participating businesses in Falmouth. And now, on with the show. Ho, ho, ho. Hello, performers. So lovely to see you here tonight. I'll introduce you by name. Please repeat your name before you begin. I'm going to start us off thinking about peace and joy. Something that brings me a lot of peace and joy is music. All my life, that's been true. And someone new that I have discovered over the last couple of years is a cello player named David Darling. So this is a poem I wrote for tonight that is about David Darling's composition. It's called Listening to David Darling's Prayer for Compassion. Listening for David Darling's prayer for compassion. Leaning shoulder to shoulder with another's soft soul. I inhale an abundance of air. Rise with the violins. The cello urges me to sway. Pluck the bassy strings. Dance buoyant adagio. Mystic murmuration of starlings above a wildflower meadow, all of them settled in a new tree, heads crowned with streamers of sunlight, roots deepen unfathomed miles, anchored by peace. And then my second poem is about Mary Oliver, who lived on Cape Cod for most of her life. If you only read one poet in 2025, I hope you make it Mary Oliver. And if you only read one of her collections, I hope you read The Leaf in the Cloud. And if you only read one piece in The Leaf in the Cloud, I hope you read the section called Rip Rap, which is what encouraged me and inspired me to write the following poem. Even now, she blesses. I long to be Mary Oliver. She's gone. Yet her exacting words, published and piled along the way, pulse with the life I glimpse every day, but have not stopped to embrace, walking as I do with head down, eyes blinded with pettifogging foolishness. Her verses are joy aflutter. They knock the padlock off all that has clipped my wings. She sings in a clear tone about birds in flight, fur that waddles or weaves through the grass, fins that arrow through water. In sweet sounds she divines how each creature is precious, and at the same time, how they are irrefutably me. All righty. Those are my peaceful and joyful poems of the month. And now, Wayne Stook is up to the microphone. I'm gonna put this up for you, Wayne, because I know you're a lot taller than I am.
Okay, thank you.
For you to sit. Never mind. Okay.
Okay, and usually this would be something I would just say instead of put to music, but I'd be boring myself since I wrote it, so I decided to at least use 4 chords and try to make some kind of music out of it here. The pleasant part of it is at the very end, the Christmassy part. There's a joy this season for a young pilgrim son's family who was released recently in a dungeon, 9 months all alone. Let's hope Assad, his captor, finds a dungeon near Putin's home. Expensive champagne is more money now. Nobody knows the reason. So let's drink to those mystery drones that are brightening up the lights over cities this holiday season. Even Coach Belichick's no fool. He's taken his 25-year-old gal pal back to Carolina, says he's working on some Christmas plays. Yeah, he's cool. Let's raise a glass of Christmas cheer. And I don't mean beer. I've heard top shelf booze is more affordable this year. Vivek Murthy, our new Surgeon General, will teach us how to stay healthy. Yes, just take vodka orange mango drink 3 times a day and perhaps toss in Krishna tango. What? Can't hear Santa's reindeer stomping up there on your roof? Turn on your new Oracle hear aids. For $100 they'll send you through the roof. Every day this holiday season, a big old happy ho ho ho. Nope, the price will soar skyward in 25 for your large size cup of Joe. Pete Hegseth, Trump's choice for a chief of natural nuclear defense, promises he'll quit binge drinking. Wow, now there's some common sense. Nothing says joy to the world like kicking out 6 million undocumented workers too. But wait, there goes the $100 billion in tax gift they've given us since way back in 2002. But smile, unemployed citizens. Need a job in 2025? Florida, Texas, and California need low-paying service field-picking meat packers to survive. Ah, the Cape is beautiful at Christmas time. Lights on all the Christmas trees shine. This year even Cape fish may glow in a sparkling Cape Cod bay. From Pilgrim Nuke facility water dispersal each and every day. Oh well, let's have on earth goodwill toward all mankind today. And it's the message in all the greeting cards. That's what they say. Love family, friends, and neighbors. Think globally, but act locally. That's how we'll find our way on this Christmas day.
Well, Wayne, that first parody was kind of grinchy. But you had your tongue firmly in cheek, so it was okay with me. However, Don't Get Around Much Anymore is one of my favorite tunes, and that's the most original way of doing it. I love that song. Thank you. But I hope you get around. All right, and now my sister, she's not really my sister, but she is my sister, Sue Beth Carlson.
Well, you stole my line. Actually, oh no, that's for later. This is a different one. Maybe I'll move this out of my face. There we go. Okay, so my sweetheart's birthday is coming up. So I wrote a birthday cake. It's poem flavored. As you're enveloped by the warm sweetness wafting from the oven, breathe in this poem. It's called Inspired. Flourless chocolate cake melts upon my tongue. Airy cream floats atop, then swirls within a delectable dance upon the palate. It was challenging to fit the tasks into a new space and a busy place and time. It was work to carefully incorporate the ingredients in just the way that could produce this result. How did this come to be? As the music played and I danced across the floor in each direction, I found chocolate and butter melting into vanilla and eggs and a few spoonfuls of sugar. I encountered each enchanted element of this confection with joyous hands, propelled by inspiration. Thank you.
That was delectable, especially since I haven't had dinner yet. So that goes out to Mr. Chipper. All right, next we have Elaine Robinson.
Hi, I'm Elaine Robinson, and last month when we didn't meet, but there was a theme about the glass half full, so I came up with something. And this is a poem, it's a conversation between two seahorses in an aquarium, and it's titled Half Full. Daddy seahorse is happy. All 1,000 children rise out of his pouch. Mama seahorse is not so thrilled. How do we care for so many children? Daddy laughs. In this place where we live, those strange creatures with bulging eyes feed us sumptuous shrimp. They provided more since our progeny arrived. Mama seahorse is not impressed. So many to care for. Daddy is still laughing. More of those creatures are always watching. We have many caretakers for our beloved children. And we had 1,010 children, my dear. You miscounted. Mama seahorse sighs. At least one will take care of us in our old age. Daddy seahorse fills with joy. Family as large as his tail wraps around coral, happiness reigns. All right, my next one, I have been owned throughout the years by many felines. So this is dedicated to all the cats I've had all over the years. And this is called Entitled. Soft blankets on the bed is where he lays his head. Cooked chicken is the meal, his desire he does not conceal. Luscious warm milk is oh so fine, it is the only way she will dine. The glittering diamond collar is fake, her owner little money she makes. They own everything, the entire home, contentment in the air, no need to roam. Purring felines, royalty is a purpose, this cat lady is in their service. And next, one inspired by seeing a snowy owl years ago here out in the sand dunes. This is The Mermaid and the Owl. A snowy owl arrives on shore. A mermaid smiles, white bird she adores. Gives a hoot, spreads his wings. The sea lady turns and sings. Rolling blue water embraces the sand as musical notes travel the land. Majesty in flight meets a mermaid's delight. And then last but not least, A Mermaid Christmas. Seagulls glisten on the tree as starfish sing angelic notes. The sea lady joins in song, bringing their magic as dolphins, seahorses, jellyfish, minnows dance in a calm ocean. A golden bright light is reflected in water. She is happy as the celebration of the sun's arrival makes a watery world come alive. A mermaid Christmas, joyful as musical notes flow through night air. Whales sing their songs as she places more seashells on the seaweed tree. Okay.
Thank you, Elaine. I love all your mermaid poems. I just absolutely love them. You know, and calling it half full with that huge family, I'm thinking about their grocery bills, you know. A Mermaid Christmas, whales sing as they put shells on the seaweed Christmas tree. What a great image to end that poem with. Thank you so much. Okay. Ron Zweig. We are so happy that you are here tonight.
Well, thanks, Donna, and thanks, FCTV. This is always a wonderful experience to be able to do this. And I want to thank FCTV as well as affording me the gallery space. I had an art exhibit here for during September, October, or actually into November. So that was great to have. And so I have. Haven't been here in a while, and so I have some poems they're not exactly this season related, but they are, and also one is not season related at all. But I am happy to have the opportunity to share them. So I'll start with the first one. It's called, well, before I do that, though, I want to mention that Donna mentioned Mary Oliver, and actually today I take long walks along the shore every day, and today was Mary Oliver Day. So I was listening to her poetry. It takes me about 2 hours to do this walk. So I was listening to her poetry and also an interview. And she is extraordinary, and she was extraordinary, and she always will be extraordinary in that way. But some days it's William Merwin, and some days it's Stanley Kunitz and whoever, but I usually walk with the poets often, and others as well. So, this is, the first poem tonight is called June Evening. As dusk slips into summer darkness, June bugs ping against my screen, wings abuzz with each ping, earnestly seeking the light within. Such determined drive for a goal, but what goal? Perhaps only to escape the uncertainty of night toward an innate optimism, an optimism that arrives with the light of dawn. So that's my first one. Second one is I'm not exactly sure what the origin of this is, except that it was, I'm not sure where the thought started. It's like my artwork. I never know where it starts, where it's going, and for many aspects to it. And this is the same, but it's a, anyway, it's a poem that, that actually starts out in one aspect and then it kind of moves inward. So it's called A Night at the Movies. Theater open. Red carpet leads. Handheld anticipation grows. Seats are found. A shoulder hug bonds just before the wonder, as fresh perfumes mix delicately in the surrounding air. Darkness envelops, then the screen brightens. Overture, with the crumpling from a dwindling popcorn transition, now away from the reviewer's guidance checked in advance. And then an impossible floral scene in crisp black and white sets the stage of possibilities for the beliefs soon to be presented. One scene cuts to another, then another as the story arc builds. Breaths synchronize across the orchestra, mezzanine to the balcony. The story unfolds. Instantly, all chests tighten. Then tension is released. The audience carries on, but now more wary, since we are not yet free. Sudden shock. Sympathy for a favored jumps to another. Our psychic affinity crumbles as a new awareness arises, but this time with caution. Caution knowing a paradigm can shift. Still, optimism reigns, but weaker as we, transfixed, forge ahead. What is it about love and cinema that fosters such imagined passion? Is it simply performed storytelling that grasps who we are and what we know? Or intertwines together, overrides and creates what was not there before? Perhaps only a convenient illusion of what we want to be true. And now the last one. This one is also a bit seasonal, but not this season. Sorry. Anyway, it's something. This one's called Harvest Moon. The rose-colored sound shimmers as the September sun wanes, intensely red with clouds, dark brushstrokes streaking across, and reflecting off the water that now ripples toward scarlet gold as it sinks so certain with a wink at the edge of the cool horizon. But still, it invites the fullness of a patient harvest moon that awaits. Then silently emerging onto a grand presidium, rising through the surface mist, with our anticipation met by the luminance of its bright candlelight glow. The dance of these beacons assures what we know is what we knew. That twilight wisdom inspires dreams, framed in the salt scent of the sea's breath, and the hopeful promise of an elusive yet expected whale's rise from the depths, that no doubt also feels the pull of this eve's astral partners as they trade places, eliciting the ever-expanding sublime awareness of the bounty they bring to all. So, thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Ron. Whatever season, those were wonderful poems. I especially liked how you prefaced it, the fact that you're a poet who walks and listens to poets. And to me, that's how poets get better and better, is they listen to the best and then are inspired by it. The line I liked in Night at the Movies was red carpet of leaves. That was beautiful. Okay, well, you know what? I get to call Sue up again. So, because she told me she has something for me. So I'm going to ask her to come up and then we'll see what happens.
This is for my dear song sister, Donna Shear. The mystery of music. Allegro e tranquillo. Harmony doesn't have to mean notes that blend into one smooth, flawless auditory rendering. It can be about synchrony of souls, reaching for resonance, and finding their home key by being heard in unison.
I knew you were my sister. Thank you. I'm going to do one more poem. This is based on a memory from when I was little. It's one of the clearest memories I have of my childhood. We used to go to a Presbyterian church that looked like a mini Notre Dame. It had a big rose window in one side and the spires that were like square columns that went up on either side. Anyway, it's called When Angels Speak because I found angels in that church. When angels speak, God roars. His shalls and shall nots rest heavy on my shoulders. He ignores the plea bargain of my stolen soul if I should die before I wake. Far easier to befriend the angels who never complain and chatter the luck of their lives. On Sundays, they murmur admiration for their reflections in patent leather shoes and wooden pews buffed to a high shine. The holy place, normally dark as a dream, allows winter sun to filter through stained glass windows, peopled in storybook colors. Golden pipes of a mighty organ swirl dust motes to dance like fireflies. The seraphims sing brightly in the chancel. Vibrations fill us until we float on waves of rich harmonies. All the angels crowd round my crown, sweet speaking, laughing, and weeping jeweled tears, drenching me in angel joy. And now for something different. Ar hyd y nos in Welsh.
Which means all through the night.
Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Soft the drowsy hours are creeping,
Hill and dale in slumber sleeping,
I, my loving vigil keeping all through the night, while the moon her watch is keeping all through the night, while the weary world is sleeping all through the night, o'er thy spirit gently stealing,
visions of delight revealing,
breeze a pure and Chip, who's playing the background music. So she's dancing away. Thank you. Let's see. Tonight's edited performance, I hope they edit that one, will be shown on FCTV's Channel 6, also streamed on the FCTV website, also on YouTube, as well as Roku and Apple TVs. Friends out there, if you would like to be a performer, all you have to do is contact our producer, Tony Sedera. His email is tony@fctv.org. And if you don't want to be a performer, you could come and be an audience on the nights of the performances. In January, we don't have a theme yet for January. Maybe it will be whatever you want. A smorgasbord. Wouldn't that be good? Because we haven't done that in a long time. Just bring your best and play what you want, okay? What you've done. Let's see. Thank you, Tony, again for jumping through hoops to get us here and through the production. Thanks to our hardworking camera crew. We really, really appreciate you being here. And thanks to the wonderful performers who share their time and their talents so that we have a show. How kind of you to step up during this heavy-duty holiday season. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So until we meet again, peace and shine on, everybody.